Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Grumman Pilot's YouTube channel. And here's something from back in the day, a Grumman American Flying Center private pilot kit. Now, we bought a partial kit many years ago on eBay. Stay tuned for what's in the real full kit. We'd like to ask that you please subscribe, hit the like button, and the notify to stay current with our content. Thank you. So let's open it up and see what's inside the Grumman American Flying Center's private pilot kit. They really wanted you back in the early days, even with American Aviation, to buy a Grumman because they'd help you to fly, thinking that you would buy their airplane, which was a good deal. And here we go. Let's start looking at what's inside the plastic case. Well, we start off with a private pilot training syllabus. I'm reading it upside down. I had a lot of practice with comic books with my brother. But anyway, you get the syllabus. There you go. A lot of nice hand-drawn artwork on the syllabus, including the guides and the labels. They also have a private pilot progress folder. It opens up and it can show where you are in everything and how you're moving along. They also have in that folder a weight and balance, a number of forms for you to practice that. They also have forms for you to fill out for your flight plan, landing and taking off, and your itinerary along the flight. Please excuse the camera right here. I was arguing with a cat about getting in my lap. And you have, again, the flight plans that you can lay out for the weather log on it and where you're going to go and where you were on your timing and everything. And then there was a chart that's showing you the basic layout of the aerodromes and the airspace above them and how it's laid out and tiered up in a cone. So there you go. You got that in the private pilot kit. And also in the progress chart were a number of other things, like one, a license you could send off to get your FAA license, and a number of certificates, so that as you progressed in the progress of this course, they could award you a certificate, such as you completed your private pilot training course, or the day that you soloed. There were a number of certificates in there. And here we go. I've just gotten my license to certify, and I've blah, blah, blah. I'll let you read it all for yourself, American Aviation. And then your solo certificate, something nice to hang on your wall and keep you having the motivation to go to keep learning to fly. I mean, after all, it does take a commitment. And then this shows that you actually got your private pilot certificate. And then there's some more information in there on things that you, for your quizzes. And there was a stage 1 quiz to help you through the progress. And there's a stage 2 quiz as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, it was quite the complete kit in terms of testing and what was in the booklet of all that came with it as part of the Grumman American Flying Center's private pilot kit. And so anyway, that takes care of our look at the records guide. And now we're going to move on to what's the rest of the container. And I think you'll find that what they have in there was pretty thorough. And here we are just looking at the Progress Center folder again. Again, this would stay in the file cabinet at the flight school. I've talked to people who've been to different flight schools, and like one guy was learning to fly and they wouldn't give him his logbook. It had to stay in the file cabinet with the flight school. Anyway, so there's your FAA license for getting your radio license back in the day when you had to have that to fly an airplane. Not today so much. And then you also had a flight computer. And what's nice about the flight computer, when I get off of here, of the label showing you all the things that used to be on the forms for sending to the FCC to get a radio license for your airplane. There you go. Penalty for use, $300 and restricted for the operator license. And then we had a flight computer. That's the E6B. What's nice about this one, it actually has a Grumman American on the label of the dial. The booklet is made by Grumman American Flying Centers. And again, you've got that nice logo on the E6B there for folks to see. So, nice way to show your commitment to an airplane. I wish they would have sold those individually, because if you had a Grumman, it'd be nice to have. But who uses an E6B anymore with all the computers they've put into the IFR GPSs that we have out today for helping you navigate around? So anyway, you had that. Then there was a number of booklets that were in the kit to help you get through everything. Let's take a look at a few of them. There is your written test guide. So, and it had the answers. So this was all part of helping you study for taking the FAA written test. And this book is dated 1977, and it's an AC circular from the FAA because they do publish the test answers and the test questions. You also had a private pilot final exam, so that would be the last one you would take. There was a private pilot air studies manual for studying maneuvers and operating the aircraft in different kinds of airspace. So again, gives you a good book, but again, not going to replace what you're going to learn in the cockpit. And then there was a private pilot workbook as you work your way along. Private pilot air studies manual. Now they're pretty firmly in that little blue plastic box. I mean, it's not much bigger than they are, so they're snugly in there so they don't bounce around and tear up the edges. And then you have your private pilot workbook, and it's fairly thick and it's snugly encased down there. I'm going to pull it out here in just a second. But anyway, a number of books. And the nice thing is they all match. They all look alike. They all have the same artwork. So you can tell that they belong together in a set. So the workbook, the air studies manual, and now let's dig out the big book down here. This is the really thick one. It's almost like picking up a phone book. It was that kind of thick compared to the other manuals. I'll give you a look at it in, but it's your private pilot manual. Now that's just for being a private pilot, showing you a lot of generic things that you can do in the aircraft and the flight controls. And again, you can see it's by the Grumman American Flying Center. And nicely that they have a Grumman on the cover. And there you can see how thick the book is, ladies and gentlemen. And let's start putting a few of these things back in there. But as you can see, it was a very interesting kit. They well thought out the marketing for the Grumman American Yankee and then all the other aircraft subsequently down the line. So now you see why I turned the audio off, because those books just went to the floor and went boom. But anyway, so here's what the kit looks like. Now, I bought one back in the 90s on eBay, and it was a partial kit. And this is the kit that Ken Blackman had up at his hangar up in Everett, Washington, Granite Falls. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is a Grumman American Flying Center's private pilot kit. That's everything that came in one of the original kits, and we're just going to close it up. We hope you found this useful and informative. Thanks for watching, and have fun flying, folks. Lily, is that zucchini tasty?